I'm not even gonna lie, this got me so upset right now. I'm looking at this like, yo, how dare the levels of disrespect they put upon people that are trying to become manga authors, aspiring authors, people that are just in general trying to create comics, creators alike, artists, writers, and all of the above. How dare the disrespect from huge conglomerates of their own creatives at that. This right now got me heated, so we gotta start off going crazy. We gotta start off with the flames. We gotta start off right now what it is, and that's that. We gotta call out webtoons. Don't get me wrong, we got a whole slew of stories from One Punch Man's live action movie. It's gonna blow your mind what's going on over there. Massive Yu Yu Hakusho anime related news. You're gonna probably be hype. We got the opening weekend sales along with the North American release date updates for Dragon Ball Superhero. Some awesome creators returning and so much more on this episode of ForneverWorld, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you, we get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so before we go any further, please hit that subscribe button and that bell. It takes a couple of seconds. YouTube right now pretty much has me off the grid. If you're not a follower of mine, it's a little difficult to even find me nowadays, so please hit those buttons. Let's break through Al Gore's rhythm, shall we? Okay, I'm not the biggest webtoon reader. I've read a few here and there just recently, funny enough, last night actually. I was over there, I checked out this series called Max Powers, and I was like, okay, yo, webtoons got some creators over here making some noise, making some quality content. Highly recommend Max Powers. No, I'm not paid to say that. No, I have no involvement with it. I just thought it was a really awesome webtoon, and I was really enthralled, so much so that in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. I just read everything, and I'm behind on so many manga right now, but I was like, yo, this Max Powers looking kind of cool. But that's a side note to what webtoons did, because dog, webtoons just shitted on all of their creators. They basically put their creators under the bus, so to speak, threw them under the bus, because what they said in a promotional campaign at that, I ain't even gonna front, it kind of reminds me, unfortunately I gotta say, of what Elon Musk did over at SNL with the whole Dogecoin situation, where everybody was like, yo, he's about to send Doge to the moon, and then he calls Dogecoin a hustle. Now granted, it was a hustle and he was being legit, because everybody tanked right after, and Dogecoin pretty much never really recovered, especially once the whales jumped in and did all their magic. It was all over. And webtoons decided to do the same thing to their creators, because they put up this promo poster that is getting everyone going crazy, but also I'd imagine this is a part of their marketing strategy, and sadly I'm playing into their hand, but I gotta let people know what's going on right now and the disrespect. If you're going over to webtoons, if you're creating webtoons, if you're putting stuff up over on that platform, what they're doing. Because over on Twitter, a post went viral of somebody that they took a picture of a webtoons big promo that they had, and it looks like it's probably in the train station. I'd imagine maybe this was in New York something, and they had, you know, some art from some webtoons I'd imagine that are on the platform, but it's this quote right here that pretty much, yeah, their PR right now is in a complete disaster. And ultimately, despite the fact that yes, people are talking about it, I'd imagine potential creators and creators are doing their thing right now might leave the platform over this, because they said comics are literature's fun side hustle. What? Right now that has creators going crazy. As I'm looking at it right now, the thread is going nuts of people that are like, how dare you refer to our medium, the way we express ourselves, the way we create our story, our storytelling in general, as a side hustle? How dare you do that to your own creatives like that? That's it. Like, imagine if I have a bunch of people creating content here on this channel, and I'm like, yo, dog, you know, this is all you guys' full-time job and everything, but you know, working for Forever is a side hustle. You would be like, damn, okay. Because ideally, especially when it comes to webtoons, this is something larger. This is what a lot of people feel like an opportunity to grow an audience, showcase their stuff. There's already a community of people that, you know, want to read some stories from upcoming creators and whatnot. Imagine doing that, giving your heart and soul on there, only for them to say, yo, these guys, they average at best, which is pretty much what they're saying of this is a fun side hustle. I get the marketing behind it of, hey, we could get more people to think that they about to make some bread putting their comics on our platform. But in reality, all you did was slap each and every creative that is working hard, that is dreaming, that is pushing forward through webtoons. Yeah, you just kind of shit it all over them, and that's so disrespectful and corny. And I'm glad that as it stands right now, until they remedy this situation, I've never published over on webtoons. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot of stuff in the works. I got a lot of things that is going to happen over time, but maybe webtoons ain't the place for me to bring my comics if this is how they feel about their creators, that all they're doing is a little fun side hustle when people are chasing their dreams. There's a lot of people, there's somebody right now out there watching this video, and as cliche cliche as it is, it's legit. There's somebody watching this video right now that probably will make the next Naruto, that might make the next Bleach, and it might come from, you know, all over the place. It could come from the US, it could come from India, Canada, you never know. So when that's happening and you're doing this, you're putting down a lot of people, and that's corny. Shout outs to each and every creative out there that is doing their thing, every author, every artist. You got my love, support. I don't like that shit, and at the end of the day, I know, and a lot of people know, that is not a side hustle. You guys are working to change your lives and do what you love, and I can respect and admire and appreciate that. And Webtoons, you gotta apologize for that. That's wrong. I don't care how much money you put behind this marketing campaign. It's a slap in the face to everybody doing their thing. And sorry, but I had to get heavy with it immediately because I was just looking at this like, yo, what? No bueno. No bueno. And from there, I want to jump into the Weekly Shonen Jump comments as well as the Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Let's see if we do all of them in unison. We got just a whole big author comments. So we're going to be talking about anywhere from author of Hajime no Ippo and Four Knights of the Apocalypse to One Piece, etc., etc. I hope we could do more of this way because I'm excited about talking about them all in a stretch. So let us start off with Weekly Shonen Jump. And off the rip, I wanted to start off actually, a lot of people keep telling me to check out P, and I might check it out. So by Mopolo 3, he said, croissants are delicious. I'm hooked. I like butter a lot more than I used to. Croissants are okay. It depends on the day. Then, Eiichiro Oda, creator of One Piece. Rice paper is so fun. Wrap a salad from the convenience store and suddenly you have a spring roll. I can wrap anything. Yo, sometimes these authors' lives just sound so sad. Like, yo, dog. Oda is happy about wrapping shit in like salad and rice paper and shit like... Free Oda, man. Free the peace god. Hajime Komodo, author of Martial Magic and Muscles. There's a joke video where they replaced the graduation music with a rap song. It's hilarious. Why is a rap song hilarious? I mean, I guess it depends on the rap song, but... Komodo, don't make me not like you, fam. Don't. I mean, it's okay to not like, you know, a genre, I guess, right? But it's just like, why would that be the butt of your joke? Like, yo, Hajime Komodo, I got my eyes on you, fam. Then we got Gege Akutami, author of Jujutsu Kaisen. 2 weeks ago was a one-shot from UFO-kun, who worked on the Private Pure Love Train part. Okay, shout outs to Gege. I noticed a lot of these authors are really looking out for their friends and people that they rock with and giving them shout outs. That's really, really cool. Then we got author of Dororan, Gen Osuka. Some kid played a prank by screaming through my mail slot. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Oh my god. Yo, that's so terrible. I'm sorry. Leave Gen Osuka alone, okay? Don't do that. No. Yeah, those are the author comments we have this week for Weekly Shonen Jump, but that last one, though, poor Gen Osuka. Oh, my God. Then jumping over to the Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments, and I'm going to keep covering this author until eventually I freaking read at least one chapter of the manga. It's Kanan-sama by Nonko. They said, I'm searching for a place where I can play catch by myself. I'm guessing they're looking for a new apartment. Like, yo, I always love hearing the new mangaka experience. Like, a lot of these people, you know, they usually be sheltered. They be in the middle of freaking nowhere. Then all of a sudden, they're thrusted into stardom. They're, you know, in the Shueisha Jump building looking for their first apartment and shit like that. So, or, well, I'm talking about Weekly Shonen Magazine. You get my drift. Kodansha, whatever. It's just a fun thing to see. It's kind of like when you're looking at a new musician, a new hip-hop act, and you see them at the ground level and then watching their rise. It's fascinating. Then you got Hiromashima, author of Eden Zero. Since so many projects of mine are moving simultaneously, I'm busy all of the time and love it. Yo! Me, right there. Me and a few of my peoples, my big bro, my peoples. That's the way we rocking. That's why Hiromashima is a freaking legend. That's why one day, dog, I gotta do something with Hiromashima. One day, I don't know what it will be, whether it's even just like a promo piece. Let's just say I got like a new manga coming out and like, yo, working with Hiromashima would be legendary. Like something one day I would love to. And also I would love to address because, you know, there's those things where, let's just say one day, 5 years from now, I get to meet Hiromashima and people like, we're gonna cancel FORNEVER. We're gonna show some of those fairy tale reviews where he was, you know, going ham on it. Like, no, at the time I legitimately stood by what I was saying and I still stand by at the end of the day. Hey, if there was some problematic aspects, yo, you got to express that. But there is no doubt, there's nothing that can be said regarding Hiromashima and just how amazing this dude is, how much he gets done. Like, this man has the true to blue heart of a hustler. How can you not respect that? Then we got Yusuke Nomura, author of Blue Lock. My kid is hooked on Real Steel, so I decided to watch it with him. You've got good taste, son. Oh, I love stuff like that, man. I'm really a parent, dog. Like, yo, I hear stuff like that and I'm like, that's awesome. Kei Urana, author of Gachi Akuta. Pokemon. That's all they said. Pokemon! How about Pokemon? Gotta catch 'em. It's... No, you ain't getting me with that copyright, baby. Let's move. Negi Haraba, author of Ranger Reject. I like my past peak physical shape to continue as it is now. Getting on that wave of like losing the weight and shit like that. Yo, this shirt used to fit me tight. This shirt was fitting me tight when I bought it. Water exercise, eating right, changing the way you think, your mindset and everything. Life-changing stuff, being the best version of you, being everything that you're supposed to be, dreaming, never stopping and quit, like, yo. Then to wrap it up, we got the author of To Your Eternity, Yoshitoki Oima. Dried firefly squid is delicious. Get out of here, that sounds so disgusting. Dried firefly squid, ew. I mean, you never know, it might be like delicious, but no. And yeah, people, those were the Shonen Jump and Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Let me know if you want me to do them continuously like that, back to back, or you just like to get them here and there by themselves. I thought it was more interesting to have all of the authors together. It's like if I'm forcing crossovers between publications that are rivals. Then quickly, let's slow it down for a second, because y'all know I'm not a fan of the canceled series. I'm not a fan of things that is like, yo, this is awesome, why are y'all ending it premature? Time Paradox Ghost Riders, in case you ain't heard of it, it was kind of like some time travel Bakuman-esque type of manga that had a lot of praise and love, and I believe it was canceled due to a controversy of kind of alluding to like plagiarism and Jump and all that stuff, so it got canceled. However, Kenji Ichima and Tsunehiro Date, the duo behind Time Paradox Ghost Rider, will be publishing a new one-shot titled Love Attack on June 18th on the Jump Plus app. Yes, they recognize the moves. Jump Plus. Stop trying to go to Weekly Shonen Jump. It sounds like a living freaking hell over there. Maybe the pay might be more. Maybe the promises and exposure. Maybe there's a guarantee of like, you get in here, as long as you survive X amount of time, you're guaranteed an anime. Maybe that's not promised in Jump Plus. I don't know what's the differences between their contracts and whatnot, aside from, of course, the physical publication of the magazine. All I know is, if I was an author in Japan right now trying to get into one of these publications, if I couldn't get into probably Kodansha, I would go for Jump Plus. That would be my number one bet. And if you're watching this right now, you're in Japan, or you plan to go to Japan someday, that might be the move. Go to Jump Plus. This is where your schedule is a lot more lax. Like Kaiju number 8, it started off weekly, went bi-weekly, every other 3 weeks. Like, they give you a lot of room to grow, and at the same time, series are popping off. Kaiju number 8, Spy Family, 2 of the biggest series right now, and one of them don't even got an anime. So shout outs to these authors. Definitely something to keep a lookout, because Time Paradox Ghost Riders was highly praised as just awesomeness. Then we gotta address the elephant in the room, or the Cape Baldy, or the heroes. You know, villains and heroes, baby. You know how this world works. You might actually be excited about the One Punch Man live action. Let me just throw it out there like that. But One Punch Man, I love freaking seeing One Punch Man in the news, and this might have a lot of people, to be honest with you, change their mind about live actions, and this could change everything for live actions. Like, just think about it, right? One of the biggest things in terms of nerd culture being at the cinema, whatnot, is the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sure, DC has their stuff or whatever, but the one that has been winning and applying the pressure this entire time is Marvel. And what is Marvel? It's filled with superheroes, Spider-Man, all of that good stuff, right? Well, what if Japan could jump into that market and make something at that caliber? Now, granted, this could go horribly wrong. It always damn near goes horribly wrong. Dragon Ball Evolution, yada, yada, yada. But I feel like if they execute this properly, this could be Jump's way, Shueisha's way, Japan's way of penetrating Hollywood live-action adaptations and finally starting anew. I know that's a tall order, considering everything is always just regarded as absolute trash, but because of this news, you might look at it differently. It says here, deadline, Fast and Furious director Justin Lin to helm live-action One Punch Man movie. Off rip, yo, Fast and the Furious? Fast and the Furious, dog? Do you know how successful that conglomerate of a thing is, that they just never let it go? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I want One Punch Man to be like milk the hell and all that, although that would be kind of fire if it was good movies. So I don't even know how to feel. But according to a report on Deadline, a director has been tapped for Hollywood's live-action adaptation of One and Yusuke Murata's One Punch Man manga. That duty goes to none other than Justin Lin, Fast and Furious, who just recently departed Fast X over creative differences. So he left the big franchise and decided, you know what, I'm gonna rock with the Cape Baldy. Okay, I see you, hero. Unless you're a villain and you've come to destroy the possibilities of One Punch Man, then leave. The One Punch Man movie is being written by Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pinkner, who did Jumanji Next Level and Venom, which I've heard mixed things about Venom. I didn't really hear too much about Jumanji, with Avi Arad and Ari Arad of Arad Productions producing along with Lin. The director is currently working with a pair of screenwriters on rewriting rewrites and aims to begin production by the end of the freaking year. Let's go, baby, man. Please, please. Like, I'm not one of those people. There's a lot of people out there that, believe it or not, they are excited and want these movies to bomb. They want the live actions to bomb. Like, they look at the One Piece live action and they're like, bomb, be shit. Like, why? I want to enjoy these things. I want to go, whether it be to the cinema, whether it be to HBO Max on my TV, whatever it is. I want these things to be good so we can have laughs and enjoy and, you know, just keep on rocking in the stuff that we love. So I definitely want this to win. I definitely want this dude to say, you know what? I was working with Fast, one of the biggest things. I'm going to make One Punch Man the biggest thing, and I'm going to do it right. I'm going to get the right actors, the right script. I'm not going to corny it up. I'm going to make something awesome. This could be right here, man. Get it right. And you're starting off the, you know, Shonen Jump Shueisha cinematic verse that everybody would love to see. Like, we're waiting, fam. We're waiting. Get them right and keep it going, and we got a verse going. Unless there's a disaster waiting to happen, which very well could. And God, I'm so scared. I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared for this one. It could be great. Or again, continue down the path of the Death Notes and everything else that they've done shitted on in Hollywood with anime adaptations. I don't know. Let me know. Are you hyped for this? Do you think this could change anything? It's still gonna be crap trash. You don't care. Like, ugh. Either way, shout outs to the Kate Baldy getting somebody from a big production like Fast to, you know, work there. I don't know. I'm One Punch Man, dog. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Okay, people, next up, Dragon Ball fans. Dragon Ball fans that are actually interested in the Dragon Ball Superhero film. I got two major updates for you. For starters, let's get this one out the way because I know probably a lot of people in North America in particular, like, when are we gonna be able to watch it, dog? Like, okay, it's out in Japan. Kudos for them. We want to watch it, you know? Like, that's the whole reason we're interested to begin with. When we're gonna watch it, Fornev, I'll tell you. According to this, Dragon Ball Superhero reveals global theatrical release dates, English dubcast. Crunchyroll and Toei Animation have officially revealed the global theatrical release dates for Dragon Ball Superhero, with the highly anticipated film set to debut around the world beginning on August 18th in Australia, New Zealand, and Latam, and on August 19th in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland, and more. Full release dates as follows, and you see it there on the screen. Chris, a guy named Chris, if you're out there, put it on the screen, por favor. Yo, I just sounded terrible. Por favor, okay, mijo. The film will arrive in more than 2,300 theaters in the United States alone, as well as select US-based IMAX theaters. Tickets for US and Canada will go on sale July 22nd. That's a big one because this movie could end up, you know, exploding and people going crazy. So if you want to get your tickets early, July 22nd will be the drop date. Of course, you know, Forever News and myself, Fornev, we will be here to let you guys know. But in case you don't get the update, you know, mark your calendars, July 22nd, order your tickets. Then while we're at it, let's talk about the success of it opening weekend in Japan. Japanese box office Dragon Ball Superhero beats Top Gun Maverick in its debut weekend. Dragon Ball Superhero, the much anticipated 21st feature film in Toei Animation's long-running Dragon Ball anime franchise, finally released in 369 theaters across Japan on June 11th. The 99-minute film earned 670 million yen, about 5.04 million USD, on 498,000 admissions on its first Saturday and Sunday. It was enough to become the top-grossing film of the weekend and beat Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick, which had dominated the Japanese box office for 2 consecutive weekends. To be fair, though, so that's its third weekend? Like, you beat Tom Cruise on his third weekend. Let's not get too carried away with ourselves. We gotta be realistic too, dog. And by no means am I trying to, like, shit on Dragon Ball's parade. I'm just, again, we gotta be real. The film's first 2-day gross was about 82.4% of the franchise's previous 20th film. This right here is the golden one. So it did only 82% of what Dragon Ball Super Broly did back in 2018. And for a big look into what the Dragon Ball films have done since they brought the Dragon Ball franchise back, starting with Battle of Gods, look at here, boom, the 18th Dragon Ball film, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods in 2013, it did 683,000 yen. Ooh, that's not good. Hold up. So the first film back, it did on its opening weekend 683,000. Then Resurrection F jumped up to 960,000. Then Broly was a slight dip from Frieza with 813,000. And then Dragon Ball, wow, new headline, people, and I just quote it right here. Dragon Ball Superhero is the worst opening weekend sales for a Dragon Ball film since the return of the franchise with Battle of Gods. Holy cow. 670,000, which is basically 13,000 less than what Battle of Gods did opening weekend. And that was when the franchise was just returning. I remember it only did like $2 million in a week over here in the US. In comparison to now, it will do probably 20, 30, 40 million. Like, yikes. That's definitely, I'm gonna 100% say, due to the CGI and the 3D. Like, that's really where that's coming from. I'd imagine they have a plan. I'd imagine there's different markets that don't care about 3D CG. In fact, probably younger kids will look at it and be like, this is just cool, because they're not going to understand the indoctrination already of, yo, 3D CG is where it's at. And Disney Pixar has pretty much been one of the main culprits of pushing that beyond it. And while those films usually look really awesome, 3D CG doesn't always work well, especially we've seen very much so instances in anime of yikes. But yeah, people, Dragon Ball Super Superhero pretty much did about $5 million opening weekend, and it did less than Battle of Gods. Yikes. It's the lowest one since Battle of Gods. I can't even, that was not my intention of coming here to report. Wow. And in comparison, for the box office this weekend, Dragon Ball Super Superhero at $670 million, then Top Gun Maverick. Okay, so you see it's going down. Detective Conan, The Bride of Halloween, 8.7. Okay. Honestly, I'm just shocked. In the middle of Forever News, I just found out that Dragon Ball Super Superhero had the worst opening weekend in the last almost decade of Dragon Ball films. Yikes. Okay, people, next up, I gotta put this one in here because while it's granted not a bajillion% confirmation, oh my god, more Yu Yu Hakusho anime. And the rumor has been spreading like wildfire because I saw over on Twitter, Cynthia Kranz. In case you don't know who Cynthia Kranz is, she's the voice actress. She's done Chi-Chi in Dragon Ball Z, and she is Botan, has always been Botan in Yu Yu Hakusho. Well, minus the Pioneer dub where they called Kuwahara. Like, relax with that shit. But one of the very interesting things right now is that Cynthia Kranz over on Twitter, assuming that is her Twitter, which I believe so, it seems legit, she posted this: Yu Yu Hakusho fans, I have it on good authority that we will be recording the 2 OVAs soon. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what are you talking about? And I'm really hoping that they're referring to the OVAs that came out on the Blu-rays that were released in Japan. I want to say maybe 4 years ago now. They released this big bundled box set where it had 2 new OVAs. Was it 1 or 2 OVAs? A brand new animation with some backstories for Hiei and Kurama. And if that's what Cynthia Kranz is referring to, and this is 100% legit, dog, I need it yesterday. Like, if that is what's about to happen, first of all, salute to Cynthia Kranz, dog. Like, you're so freaking awesome. I grew up with listening to Botan, Pilot of the River Styx, my lord. And if this is legit and that's what they're talking about, I hope they're not talking about the old OVAs, because first of all, I think they redid one of them. What was it? The Golden Seal, probably a decade ago now, and they were okay. I want to see the new animation stuff that really didn't get pushed heavy, and it was just like a Japanese thing that ended up on YouTube. I never even watched it because it's like, dog, I don't watch Ray Gun. I watch Spirit Gun. Like, that's the difference. I'm dub all day with Yu Yu Hakusho, Justin Cook. But yeah, people, it looks like we're getting more Yu Yu Hakusho anime stuff, hopefully dubbed over here, the OVAs. I need them. Then Magi fans, while we may be down bad, we're not defeated, okay? Anytime there's anything Magi related, I'm gonna push the agenda because y'all know that is the absolute greatness of greatness. Almataran Sindopado Sindria. Well, over there in Japan, they're doing something with the IP. They're continuing on with the Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic musical, and here's some shots from it. I'm just straight up gonna look at the shots. I know there's a little bit of a story there that they got the musical going, but I just want to look at some of the shots, and it looks really cool. I would freaking, I don't want to say I would die to see this, but relax, Fornev. You don't need to die to see a Magi thing, but oh my god, I would love to see this, dog. They even got like the guy that sells the wine, Judar, down there. And then what else we got over here? Jesus Christ, man. Oh, why don't we get these things? It'll happen in due time. I'd imagine it's only a matter of time before, like, especially with the world reopening up, so to speak, and like all these concerts and everything getting ready to kick off, this would be the perfect opportunity. Bring a Magi live action stage play over here, or recreate it over here. Hire some actors, do it over here, roadshow all around. Like, and obviously they'd probably have to start off with like the big dogs, like a Naruto, Dragon Ball Z one, and then work their way to Magi. But my god, I would go crazy for it. I would tell everybody around me. I would fill up a freaking amphitheater or a theater in general. I would fill it up myself for bringing everybody that I possibly can. Like, yo, dog, come meet Fornev. Let's go watch Magi together. And yeah, this just looks sick. Morgiana, Alibaba, Arajin. Let's go. Okay, people, and last but certainly not least, I did want to point this out that this looks so freaking sick. Y'all know, in case you don't, I'm a huge Batman fan. The Dark Knight is, you know, the Dark Knight. An animated original film, Batman Azteca Choque de Imperios, is in the works from HBO Max Latin America. The film follows a young Aztec boy who uses the Temple of Sinicon, the Bat God, as a lair to confront the Spaniard invasion and avenge his father's death. Oh my god, when is this coming out? Jesus Christ, I need this. Look at the design. Like, do you see this shit? Wow, I need this right now. I love the freaking helmet in particular with like the long hairs, like the tribal shit or whatever. And straight up, come on, don't even lie. That's the Berserker armor, guts all day. Like, yo, I want it right now. Y'all know I throw in some time to time, you know, different stories or whatever. And I just found this one to be really freaking awesome. Batman, Azteca, like, let's go. Berserker armor and Batman. Why not? But yeah, people, those are all the stories we have for today's episode. Curious what you guys think. Most important story, favorite story, something I didn't talk about and you like ForneverWorld. Please talk about it, Destiny. Tell me. That's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace, and you guys just watched another episode of Forever News. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. All of that good stuff. Yeah.
To ForneverWorld.